Hi everyone, my name is Tiffany Ashton with ClinEssentials. I'm an industry professional with nearly 20 years experience. I started off as a clinical research coordinator, and through the years, I have progressed to many different roles within the industry. I have been a clinical research associate, both blinded and unblinded. I have been a clinical trial manager, both blinded and unblinded. I have been a project manager and also a lead CRA. Now, within the time in the industry, I have definitely learned a lot. So one thing that I can share about my journey is that it takes time. Things that I had envisioned for my career did not come overnight. And that's something that I want to share with those that are interested to get into clinical research. If you want to get in, you have to start at the ground level and work your way up. Nothing in this industry comes overnight, and the biggest thing is experience. So wherever you can get your experience at, that is key. I started off as a clinical research coordinator, and I did that for about 4 years. And I loved it. I loved interacting with patients and working hand in hand with the doctors. But I also was very curious and wanted to travel and do some of the things that clinical research associates do. And so what I did early in my career is thought about what my next career goal would be after being a coordinator, and started planning about a year before I made that transition from CRC to CRA. And that's something that I would suggest that you do. Maybe not in the same capacity that I did, but more so, where do you see yourself within the industry? Which role do you like and enjoy the most? So do some research online, on YouTube, anywhere. Where do you want to be ultimately? 5 years, 10 years, because depending on that answer, you may need to work backwards and make sure that you start on the right path. For instance, if you want to ultimately be a clinical trial manager, you could start as a CRC to a CRA to a CTM, or you could start as a CRC to a CRA to a lead CRA to a CTM, or you could start as a clinical trial assistant and go to be a CTM. So there's different ways that you could get there. And those are not the only ways, but those are ways that are most common. You could come from data management to be a CTM if that's something that you desire. You can come from study startup to be a CTM, but the theme there is sometimes you can't just go right into the CTM role. And the reason being is that you need to build on the foundation and get some experience under your belt, because things that you deal with and tasks that you have to do at the clinical trial manager role, you learn as a CRA, you learn as a CRC, you learn as a CTA. So fast tracking it to a CTM could put you at a disadvantage if you don't learn some of those foundational roles and what is involved in their day-to-day. Now, this is not the only way, but this is just a common way, and it sets you up for success. Whatever you may be interested in within the clinical research industry, make sure you find out what your 5-year goal is, your 10-year goal, network, speak to others within the industry, reach out to me on LinkedIn if you have questions, because you want to set yourself up for success. And if there's an easier way to get to your goal, you don't want to spend unnecessary time trying to get there. But do know it doesn't come overnight. You can't be a CRA in 3 weeks. You can't be a CTM in 3 months. You do have to build upon a foundation, and you want to get in where you can to get started and allow yourself time to kind of work up the chain. And once you get there, you'll be so excited because you'll say, oh wow, I put in the hard work and I'm here where I want to be. And the biggest thing too is network, learn from others that are in that position and what their journey was, so you can see if that's something that you want to follow and mimic, or if you want to take a different path. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. So if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them below or reach out to us on LinkedIn or at ClinEssentials.com. Thanks, bye.